Senegal is an important country for Xi Jinping to visit, and of course the country has gone to great lengths itself to prepare for the president's trip. Government officials, media and members of the public have been talking about the importance of the Chinese leader's visit. Let's take a listen to some of those comments.
We are expecting a lot on his visit. As you know, the cooperation between China and Senegal is very important for the future in terms of infrastructure, which is the keynote and main significant cooperation field in this region of West Africa. In Senegal, there is not less than $1.5 billion from Chinese investment in road infrastructure.
You know that between the two countries, it's a win-win partnership. We're not looking for a handout, but the two countries are working to rise to an unprecedented level of cooperation in all areas. In the field of health, industry and sport, and all vital areas of our country, we have cooperation with the People's Republic of China. And in all these areas, we must move forward. The presence in our country of the President of the People's Republic of China will allow us to move forward and allow everyone to gain in this international cooperation.
The
visit is very important because China is part of the great power of the world. The choice of Senegal for his first visit after his re-election is very important for us. And on the occasion of that visit, the two presidents will exchange and reinforce their relation and partnership.
The Chinese president's visit to Africa, especially to Senegal, is a big deal for our media. We want to cover this visit comprehensively and share the important moments of this visit with our audience in the region and the world.
Well, let's get to now the very latest from Senegal ahead of President Xi's visit. I'm joined from Dakar by CGTN reporter Robert Nagila. Robert, of course, we heard a little earlier from our correspondent in Dubai, Yasser Hakim, telling us that President Xi has bid farewell to his hosts in the UAE. When is President Xi expected to fly into Dakar?
That's true, Lindy. Now, President Xi Jinping is expected here at about 3:30, 4:30 local time. Now, he'll be met at the airport by Senegalese President Macky Sall, and then it's a 50-kilometer drive from the new airport into the capital, Dakar. Now, they're expected to pass at this road behind me, where we expect an elaborate parade by the Senegalese government in honor of President Xi Jinping. Now, immediately after that parade, they will then retreat to the presidential palace, which is just behind my camera, for talks. And then, of course, we also expect, presumably, a banquet to be thrown in his honor this evening. So that is the schedule as we have for today. Of course, those talks will be ongoing into tomorrow, and they will touch on various issues on that is on the agenda for this particular summit.
And of course, quite significantly, Robert, this is President Xi's first visit, not only to Senegal, but to West Africa. But it is a short stop in Dakar for the Chinese leaders. So what are the key areas that will be prioritized and discussed between President Xi and Macky Sall?
It is a short stop, you are right, Lindy. He's going to be here for just a few hours over the next 2 days. We expect him to depart from the country at some point tomorrow afternoon. Now, in terms of what is on the agenda for the talks, well, on top of that agenda will be strengthening of ties. It's not always been smooth sailing over the last 47 years. There have been some rough patches in between. In 2005, diplomatic ties between China and Senegal were restored, and from that point onwards, they've simply gone from strength to strength. At this particular moment, it is being described as a strategic partnership, of course, Senegal being within West Africa's most westerly point. So it's a very strategic country as far as China is concerned. Now, in terms of talks, in terms of apart from just strengthening ties, we expect them to talk about other sectors within the economy itself. Agriculture is a huge area for cooperation between Senegal and China. Remember that the Chinese have been here since independence. Agro experts, Chinese experts, have been here assisting Senegalese farmers in the rice fields. You also have, we expect to hear something within the areas of science and technology, within education, and of course financial services as well. But perhaps one of the major announcements we will be expecting once that visit by President Xi Jinping is concluding will be in the area of infrastructural development. Now, we know that China and Senegal both want this country to be integrated into the Belt and Road Initiative because of its strategic position. So we expect to hear more about that, and China's contribution towards this end will be in terms of infrastructural development. The main highway from the airport, that 50-kilometer stretch from the airport to the capital has been built by China. China is also assisting in constructing the railway station in the city here. It's also been very integral in cultural aspects. It's constructed the Black Museum, a huge imposing building within the city center, and the Grand Theatre as well. So we expect to hear a lot more on that front in terms of culture and of course towards the Belt and Road Initiative as well. Lindy?
Well, thank you so much, Robert. Of course, we will catch up with you later in the day. As you say, President Xi expected to arrive at around 4:30 local time in Dakar, Senegal.